Hello everyone, Jeff Gay here with Southern Trust Mortgage. I have Becky King here from Hometown Real Estate. We're meeting today to talk about a few different things. I want to pass on some knowledge to you. We're going to talk about the pre-qual process, some of the downfalls of it. If you don't go the proper direction, talk to the right folks. Becky being a real estate agent, she knows some of the things that I don't know because I don't see it. Like, for instance, when she gets a buyer and they come in and go, oh, we've been approved by John Smith in Idaho, with Joe Below Loans. That's never good. It makes them cringe. Am I right?
It does. It's scary.
Tell them about it. I mean, you tell them what you've been through with that process because I've never seen that, obviously.
So getting a pre-approval is important, but getting pre-approved by a local lender is the most important thing of all. And there's a couple of reasons. Number one, we know where they're at. We know where their office is. They're not working 9 to 5 bank hours. They're working pretty much 24/7. If there's an emergency, I know I can call Jeff or go bang on his door and he's there. He's going to fix the problem. He's going to take care of it for us.
Absolutely. I mean, we're here at Southern Trust, or most of the local guys, 24/7. Well, at least I am anyways. You can catch me late at night. You can catch me on Facebook. You can catch me on Instant Messenger. You can catch me almost anywhere, and weekends too, and
Definitely.
That's how you have to be accessible in this business. There's two things that make you successful: answer all your phone calls and do what you say you're going to do. If you do those things, you'll be very successful in this business. So, a lot of those folks don't answer their phone calls, and a lot of times during the process of the loans, they don't do what they say they're going to do, and then folks like her take a lot of heat from her clients.
Yes.
And she shouldn't because she didn't pick the lender.
These online lenders will disappear on you halfway through. We don't know what's going on. They're not returning my phone call. We're not sure if we're going to close, if we're not going to close. But that's just in the process. If we're talking about getting pre-approved in the first place, let's say your credit isn't perfect. That online, they're going to say, nope, you're not approved. The end. You're done. Somebody like Jeff, though, we come to him, you're not ready yet. What are you going to do, Jeff?
We'll get you ready. We'll evaluate your credit. We got the Score Wizard program. We got the what if scenarios. And if you do what we say you're supposed to do, you'll be ready in a month, 3 months, 6 months, depends on the severity of your issues. But we stick with you. What we'll do is we'll put you on our Outlook calendar and we'll follow up with you and we'll hold you accountable for what we ask you to do. A lot of times if it's really bad, I'll meet in person. I'll bring out the credit report sheet. I'll bring out everything. I say, look, if you do this, here's the phone numbers to call, get this collection paid off, get this credit card paid down, show me proof. I'll get you rescored. Sometimes you can do it within days. It's just you're at 620, you need to get to 640. You pay this credit card down $350, show me proof, I'll send it in, I'll have you rescored in 5 days.
Nice.
Not 45 days like
Nice.
Sometimes people will tell you.
Yeah.
That's the rapid rescore section. So we don't give up on you, I guess is what we're trying to say. Whereas maybe the non-local lender will probably just go on to the next name or number on their list, because basically that's what you are. You're a name and a number and a phone number and a loan amount. Not with us.
And with Jeff, it's not a no. It's maybe not right now, but what are we going to do to get you to yes?
Absolutely.
Yep.
I love it. So I think that's a very important thing about going with your local lender. And plus somebody they trust. Somebody they work with all the time, or any of your agents that have the local lender. They trust them. They work with all the time. They know they get the loans closed. That's very important.
Yes.
Very important.
Good working relationship.
Absolutely.
Very important.
Title company, home inspector, homeowners insurance, all that stuff. If you get that team together and you meld that team, it'll be a great loan process for you.
Gotcha. So a couple of things I want to talk about is why a lot of buyers, they just want to, Becky, I want to go out. I saw a house I like. I want to go out and look at it right now. I'm like, well, we got to get you pre-approved first. And I know a lot of people don't want to do that. Once they see the house they love, they want to get out there and look. But there's a lot of reasons we need to get pre-approved. One of them being first of all, we want to make sure that you can afford that house.
Absolutely.
Jeff will be able to tell you exactly what your payment's going to be, or darn near close, based on how much the house is. We want to make sure we're not looking at price ranges too high or too low. If you do fall in love with that house, chances are other people are going to love that house just as much as you, and they're going to put an offer in. Got to have a letter from a lender in order to put any offer in, period. So you talk to Jeff first, we're ready to roll, you love it, we get the offer out. Right away.
One thing I do, that a lot of people ask me, how much do I qualify for? And I go, well, you probably go up to 400,000 if you want. But you said you wanted your payment at 1,800 or less. Because I asked, what are you comfortable with in your budget for your payment? 1,800 bucks. All right, we're not going to look at $400,000 homes. You know, we're going to look at homes 300,000, 320, whatever it is, depending on the loan program. So that's one of the places I start because I don't want to set their expectations too high. There's a little bit of a difference between a $400,000 house and a $300,000 house. So, you know, we'll go that route too. So obviously you have to get with me first because you may not qualify or you may be slide right through, you know, with great credit scores, great income, great assets. A lot of folks don't even know. I mean, the younger folks, you know, let's go rent a house and they've been on the job 2 years. You know what it takes to rent a house? Security deposit, first month's rent, pet deposit, you know, all these things. Next thing you know, you're out of pocket $3-4 grand.
More expensive to rent than to,
absolutely.
Yeah,
You come to me, you do a VA loan or a USDA loan. We'll talk about that in another segment. No money out of pocket. And you're going to get your earnest money deposit back. You truly moved in with $0 out of pocket, except for your home inspection. That's it.
Yep.
You can't beat that.
Can't beat it. Can't beat it. And the other thing is, Jeff's going to tell you, yep, you can afford a $400,000 house, but he's going to let you know what that payment is because I don't want to take you out and show you that $400,000 house. Come to find out, you really only want to buy the $300,000 house. But man, once you've seen that 400, it's hard to come down to that 300. But if we never, you know, if we look where you're supposed to be looking in the first place, we don't have that problem. Same with you finding out that, oh my gosh, I'm looking around and these houses that I'm looking at, I don't like any of them. I don't even want to buy a house if this is the only thing I can afford. And Jeff might tell you, hey, you can afford way more and your payment's only going to be this much. It's a no-brainer. So
a lot of times they don't know you're right. It's like they'll look at the 300. Let's say they want to be $1,800 a month, but the house they really like is going to cost them $2,100 a month. You know, you can always offset your withholdings in your paycheck. You know, because now you're going to own a home. And now you're going to have a tax, you're going to have a write-off. So we talk about that too, to kind of squeeze a few more dollars in to get something you really like. Maybe it's a difference between getting a garage and not getting a garage. But that's what, you know, again, dealing with your local lender.
Yes.
Will get you a little one-on-one time, a little face-to-face, compared to that guy in Idaho that doesn't really care.
Exactly. So that's basically what we wanted to talk to you about today is that the number one step in the process of home buying is going to be to get pre-qualified. You're going to use somebody local. You're going to use somebody that you know, like, and trust. If you don't know them and like them, you will. You just haven't met them yet. And that's step number one.
I love it. So this is Becky King with Hometown Real Estate. I'm Jeff Gay with Southern Trust Mortgage. You'll see it right here in just a minute. And give us a call if you need any help. Have a great day.
Thanks.